Cumanity agus Falcher. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to this Gala Variety concert. The idea for this evening's entertainment was born out of the success of 3 award-winning plays, produced and performed by students and teachers of our college. The plays will be interspersed with items of culture and other talent spots. To tell you the truth, the only reason that I'm helping to compare this evening is that there's no one else on the staff that bears the slightest resemblance to Michael Barrymore. However, my co-presenter this evening needs to imitate no one. She is that rare marriage of brains and beauty. The veritable quintessence of pulchritude. That means she's a cracker. Ladies and gentlemen, hot foot from Letterkenny, I give you the delectable double key. Lovely this evening.
You're looking rather dashing yourself, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, our concert tonight has been organised to raise funds for school. As a school, we spend thousands each year in extracurricular activities, ranging from football matches to extravaganzas like we have here tonight. Without your support, we would be unable to offer these facilities to our students. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your patronage. Agus anish, dus, be drama gaelagawi, and Tillen Treka. Firstly, we will have an Irish drama written by one of our very own teachers, Miss Sharon McCabe. And expertly co-produced by Miss Brandy Martin. It is a drama set on an island with the power of the sea raging continually in the background of the people, in both mind and spirit. It is a struggle where only one can be victorious. To date, it has won the Ballard Schools Theatre Festival with the Irish section, and is currently in the All-Ireland final of the Sloga competition, which will take place in April in Waterford. Ladies and gentlemen, Tillen Treka.
Ross now. That romancerous, a hearse and 300. Kite to a humper.
Ní hé an sé hé láti a gcéimh dúí ar an fenimid. Ach, an sé a bhíon dúchas aige, úlia agus féid.
Well, and what about in this fine echo matchup?
Tá mé Johnny go back in Solace. Solace dreads will I go there. Agus I go las. Solace tafshual idrinish orgs Aaron. He want again I go on the spera.
Jerker good muncher nil and the wine economic. Idrinch half solid. Agus na slave come here good rumish and hall.
Vi sugar bass baha, suus and nurse or na punk of Corban. You will effect like a card get to us. I got a spectre in the golf. When the wild or tar chase up, I'll be a hard just a kilo per marriage. Faithless the farther, focus and spare, like to the newest and more brat from a one which channel dear mass. He threw everything. Threw it in a free. Threw it in a meal. And not a threw it. Let's go you up the navigate being there covered. And you did it. What was saying is from Mara to the beyond. They were chin there. I can't get too sick. Soccer, Sudan, Gallic still at home in the railway chat from a corner. Ach, I can there's a big bulldog, Serapila. Hossi and navigate Cashmere. Hossi shade to me here. Hossi Trana, Hossi Burman. Ashesly, I got the mom. Virginiously, a garnished jab. You wrote in, don't strap out, so back from the Loreto. Being Arden Kincha, Kuta, and Yerisha.
Our second act this evening, following along the same theme with a clearly distinctive Celtic flavour, we bring to you a group of students, originally from the Devlin Ria National School, coached by Suzanne Gallagher, performing a selection of traditional Irish tunes. As it is a selection of tunes, I would ask you to please refrain from applauding until the very end. Ladies and gentlemen, the Devlin Rea Traditional Group. to a very talented first-year student, Eve McGettigan. Who has recently won 3rd place in the All-Ireland Irish Dancing Championships and is also a well-renowned world champion dancer, having won the championship on 2 separate occasions. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Eve McGettigan.
And now for a different type of dance. We have now a talented group of beautiful movers. Sinead McBride, Sinead Boyce, Emma Friel and Rhys Toner. They have choreographed their own dance routine, and they now, ladies and gentlemen, appear as Milford's answer to any white girl band. I give you, ladies and gentlemen, the rhythmic gyrations of Loreto All Saints.
A few questions that I need to know. How you could ever hurt me so. I need to know what I've done wrong and how long it's been going on. Was it that I never paid enough attention? Or did I not give enough affection? Not only will your answers keep me safe, but I'll know never to make the same mistake again. You can tell me to my face, or even on the phone. You can write it in a letter. Either way, I have to know. Did I
this evening has suffered a slight programme change at very short notice due to an illness. So we would like to commend the cast at this point for adapting so quickly in so short a space of time. This is also an award-winning production, with Alva McBride receiving a special award for her acting skills, and the play itself receiving an overall commendation. It is an adaptation of a short story by Mary Levin. Ladies and gentlemen, The Black Grave and the Green Grave.
Took all the men who's ever in this house 12 years, 2 months, 17 days ago.
It may be I have no purpose for this house, but I came to the right house for all that. I came to this house with knowledge of the house to see things, and that's where I got the answers to my knowledge.
Is it for the inland woman, the one-year wife, that you're bringing the corpse to know the road this night?
Thanks God, Papa.
Is it that you got no answer to your knocking?
No answer. I started nothing. Sleep people from the inland.
The people of the inland sleep deep in the cottage, under the sea. But when they are booted up to step down in the sea, their spirit never passes out of hearing of the step on the shingle. It's a queer thing entirely that you got no answer to your knocking. When an inland woman, with her face on a feathered pillow, that pillow is like a seashell children put to their ears. It is in it sad, crying voices of the sea.
Is that she home this night?
It must be a thing that she is.
There's a back to people in the inland should be gone.
Wait till I ask Bridog if she's on the way to him and we go out this night. Bridog! Did the inland woman 2 feet over go to her house this night?
Yes, it is a thing that she went.
Did she go to her people in the inland?
The way we never started picture people since the first day she came to the island. In her blue dress and the boots.
Where did she go then?
Where else but where she said she'd go? Out in the boat with her one-year husband. She said the sea would never drag him and take down to the green, and the car lie lonely in the black grave on the shore. She said a man and a woman would lie in the wandering. She said never a night passed without her heart being burnt out to her cold, white skull. She said she'd go with him this night and every night. If he got the green grave, she'd get it too, and her arms would be stronger than the weeds of the sea to bind them together forever. She said the black clay was our sisters and the mothers, but the green grave was the grave for wives, she said, and she went out in the black boat listening.
What happened tonight, Tickle?
I knew it was a boat I saw. I knew it was a body I saw. Father knew it was in a way, and we stood 40 waves away. He knew the green sea always squeezed after the grace of the grievous. I thought it was a good thing this man was gone. His eyes still bright in his head. Like he was smiling, he continued to. He was a great man to laugh and smile. Father said times he saw him away and he not smiling. He would be putting out his boat and his 1-year wife on the shore with her hair weeping the wind. And I that man, the united wife, the inland woman, this man, the dreadful sea. He got it hard to come to her. Never to be grave. She said there's no sorrow in death if two go down together into one grave. Clay mentioned love, she said, bring me your scatters.
She needs great things for that man every hour of the day.
He sent me to tell the 1-year wife that the found you away. It's a hard thing to bring news to 1-year wife who dread to see.
It's good news that her man got safe to go down like an inland and into the black grave.
I knocked loud with no answer, so I came here for news. Now Bridog tells me that the 1-year wife is out in the boat this night.
It's a bad thing he was got.
That is the thing was never said in asylum before this night.
There was a fire on every point of the cliff shores to light on the men who were dragging from marching north.
And he was never got.
There was a shroud spun for Loreto, and their time between their going to look for him and their coming back with the empty news.
Loreto was never got. Marching north was never got. Northern North was never got.
My 4 sons were never got.
Father of Bridog was never got. Of all the men that had yelled standing up on the rails by the gable, and all the men had brown shrouds hanging up on the wall with the iron nail eaten through the yarn, had to be the one man who should never have been got that was got.
That is the way. That is ever and always the way.
The sea is stronger than any man.
The sea is stronger than any woman. The sea is stronger than woman from the inland fields.
The sea is stronger than talking about it.
They used to say on the television, and now for something completely different. Our next artiste wants no formal introduction. He merely desires to speak to the people. This next act will be followed by a short interlude. And seeing as our next artist actually cannot read Braille, Mr. O'Connor, could we have a little bit more light for him? There won't be enough light here for him to read his script. Let there be light. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I give you the wit and the wisdom of the man from Monaghan, Mr. Gabriel McCoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to relate the state of the college here to date. The nuns, we regret, have all but parted, and the community school has just got started. The thrust of this movement, we must acknowledge, is to change the image of the college. Some of the buildings will eventually toss, but urgently we need to deal with the boss. We've noticed as Andrew goes to pass that his suit has got tight around his waist. Short of leg and nipped at shoulder, a new one would make him look much bolder. He'd be a better match for Vice Prince Mary. And the corporate image is coming surely. And to change the suit that's now too tight, we're having a concert here tonight. I heard of this concert when having my tea, waiting to be asked to be MC. But hope of fame didn't go much further. The job was going to Holy Father. It was the fashion show here that got him started. from audience, and since he can't be parted, if things don't settle, for the toss of a penny, we'll get him shifted back to Letterkenny. We'll see how he likes it when the crowd is yawning in the cathedral on a Sunday morning. And so, you see, it has come to pass that although only himself can say the Mass, and for the stars he seems to be reaching, it's been left to me to do the preaching. And here you have me here tonight with a thought for today called Evening Light. I came to this and I'm still not complaining, but I'm a little bit short on clerical training. I mentioned this and I was told to take a trip to Father Arnold. Down and fanning, I was assured that my lack of skill could soon be cured. From a man who's 40 years your senior, it all boils down to your demeanour. A layman preaching the word of God nowadays isn't regarded as odd. When preaching, forget that the clock's gone round. Just straighten yourself and stand your ground. On all kinds of matters you take a stand, and a lot comes down to the use of your hand. For general preaching, you look at their faces with your hands folded over important places. The lighter aspects of life you show by rising slightly up on your toe. For matters of grave theological dimension, use a cluster of fingers like Mary Robinson. And an air of authority that looks quite stern is achieved by hands tight on the lectern. Let my ministry start as God's own dove, and I'll preach you a sermon on the subject of love. The love word is trendy without a doubt, and it's a word that's always bandied about. In a world of immediate satisfaction, it's wrongly tied to gratification. To get its true meaning, I made port of call into the works of the great St. Paul, and since all in the modern world demand a meaning we all can understand, to modern needs I give recognition, and I've come up with a reasonable definition. From its gravest meaning we must not take fright. Love is the freedom to do what's right. As a definition, that's more than ample. I'll tease it out now with the use of example. As I sat down to dig up my pen, my mind was obsessed with the smoker's den. Outside that door, it's an utter disgrace. It's a problem we're going to have to face. Down on the ground in little huddles, what first appears as human cuddles, its true portent is not a joke, for soon you'll see a puff of smoke. And on such a group, if I happened a chance, I often notice the person dance. If you stayed too long, you could start a racket if fire breaks out in someone's pocket. But as your pastor, I have a solution. I intend to get rid of lung pollution. As Lent has begun, an indulgence on offer for anyone who squeals on a puffer. And from cigarettes, if you're thinking of parting, you can hand them in to lovely Miss Martin. Members of staff are always on hand to help dispose of contraband, and if you wish, I can offer pledges with special graces for Benson and Hedges. I had to get that much off my chest. Now let me get on to the news that's best. I'd like to report that we've made new rules for the spiritual development of community schools. Now to release the news, I think I can, about the sudden conversion of Dermot Farm. I know that you feared when the sisters left of religious faith would become bereft, but Sister Mary Sailing's mother left a bequest here like no other. Faith in Milford was her motto, as she had paid for the erection of the grotto. That was now some years ago. We thought we had no results to show, but praise to God and to his glory, the truth is quite a different story. Dermot goes there every day. To kneel and contemplate and pray. He seems to come back in a haze. His girlfriend's also in a daze. I can now report with some precision that lots of our students are having a vision. Dermot comes slowly across the grass as he answers the bell to return to class. Over there with me you'll have to come before this matter is reported to Rome. In twos emerging from the bushes, tripping over clumps of brushes. It has a truly ecumenical dimension with students of every denomination. Miss Derval Keys has been hinting a lot about wishing to pray with Mr. Scott. Margaret Corliss some morning early could try a decade with Mr. Curley. Never before so little commotion has a school to a statue had such devotion. You can imagine yourself my state of shock when the 5th year students were bussed to knock. Miss Sharon McCabe got into a biz. She wants to know where the statue is. Well, we can't send her there with any old blackguard. She could try a repeat with Mr. McTaggart. Well, now you know why I plant a tree. It's the heart and the soul of my ministry. Let me finish my tales of God's creation by making one last observation. You probably think that the chance is remote of getting into trouble over your coat. But that, I'm afraid, is the state of play. It's a constant problem every day. It would seem to be a simple rule: leave off your coat when in the school. But breaks of this rule are openly flaunted. Students turn up in their coats undaunted. Mrs. McGinley, on a daily basis, students with coats to her office she races. But the scourge of this problem I'll put to flight. I've gained a very deep insight. It's the same students, might I say, turn up in these coats every day. To understand them, I had to enlist the help of a child psychiatrist. He said, a coat is a coat from times of old, its primary function to keep out the cold. And with central heating up at full blast, a coat in class should be a thing of the past. But the problem here is deeply rancid. What we're dealing with here is a security blanket. You see a child at 3 or 4 drag one after them round the floor. By 6, 7, 8 or 9, most of them leave the habit behind. But for a few, the poor wee dotes, they transferred their affection to their coats. I drew up a programme in a hurry for Christopher Hay and Alan Murray. With gentle persuasion, I have that pair hanging their coats on the back of the chair. Now, for the general rule, you go by the book. Every coat to be hung on a hook. For those who need some special care, I've just compiled a register. A search from a doctor could denote those who have to have their coat. Instead of a scold, I'm going to plug that Mrs. McGinley should give them a hug. Teachers should be asked to ignore if the coats are beside them on the floor. But I'm afraid we'll have to ask them to leave if we find them sucking on their sleeve. Now, these were the things I made a promise to deal with in this term of office. And so for now, I'll leave your sight. From evening light, good night.
now be an intermission. During intermission, tickets will be sold by some of the pupils. A book of tickets costs £1. There will be 5 prizes. 2 sweaters and a £10 voucher donated by County Seat. Boxing biscuit. Sister Columbanus stopped me on the corridor. She said, Father Driver, she said, will there be any romance this evening? Sister Columbanus, this is for you. We have the lights, we have the music. Sister, for you. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, dreaming like I do. Maybe I'm just living in the past. But when I find the right one, I know that I'll be true. For my first love will be my heart. When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. In a restless world like this is, love is ended before it's begun, and too many moonlight kisses seem to cool in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I'll never give my heart. And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too, is when I fall in love.
When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. In a restless world like this is, love is ended before it's begun, and too many moonlight kisses seem to fall in love of the sun. When I give my heart, it
be complete without a piano recital. We now invite you to sit back, to relax, and to listen to the soothing strains of a talented young pianist, Roisin Doherty. She will play two popular classical pieces of music. Firstly, The Wind Beneath My Wings. Secondly, Elton John's haunting melody, Candle. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
we will have the second year girls choir, who will be soon entering their choir exam. They will be performing the Daniel Quality Bit, which is a medley of Negro spiritualists, including Daniel in the Lion's Den, and It's Me, Lord, Standing in the Need of Prayer, followed by a rendition of You've Got a Friend, accompanied for those three songs by one of our own students, Moira McElwain. This selection of songs will be followed by another of our students, Louise Sheridan, singing Wonder Child, accompanied this time by Loreto's own, the one and only Miss Margaret Corliss. Ladies and gentlemen, the Loreto Community Schools Second Year Girls Choir.
Nothing is going right.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, next we have a special treat, a very special treat. You've heard of the Spice Girls. Tonight, you have seen the Loretos All Saints. Now, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kevin and the Nice Girls.
Just in case you
in the Valor Theatre School Festival. It received rave reviews for both acting skills of the students and for production. Now, at this point, I would just like to thank one particular student who overcame quite severe obstacles to make sure not to let anyone down on the night, and that is Brendan Peebles. Now, although one of the actors may seem a little on the mature side, I'm sure there are many in the audience that will recognise this new and budding talent. It is a short adaptation of a scene from Jane Austen's novel Pride and Prejudice. This scene shows the pompous Mr. Collins looking for a wife. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Collins's proposal.
Just think it, Liz will have to dance with Mr. Collins at the ball tomorrow night. Oh, Lydia, just imagine.
dear Mrs. Bennet. Miss Elizabeth is boarding me out of bed in the morning.
Will you call me Mamma? Mr. Collins! Have you finished your sermon? If you'll excuse me, I really must reply to the letter. Mr. Wicker. No, lady, Mr. Collins has something to say to you. But Mr. Collins can have nothing to say to me that will not wait, Mamma. Lizzie, I desire you to remain here.
It is perfectly understandable and indeed proper that a young girl should display this modesty, my dear Mrs. Bennet. Pray, do not blame your charming daughter.
Lizzie, sit and hear what Mr. Collins has to say.
Indeed, Miss Elizabeth, it is an added... Yes, Mrs. Bennet, yes? Miss Elizabeth, it is an added incentive. You can hardly be in doubt as to what I am about to propose. Your natural delicacy may lead you to dissemble, but I flatter myself my intentions have been too marked to be mistaken. I have singled you out as a companion of my future life.
Mr. Collins!
Now, before my feelings run away with me, I owe it to you to tell you the reasons. That very noble lady, my patroness, has condescended to advise me to marry, and even go as far as to promise to visit. Actually visit the lady I bring to the parsonage as my wife, if I choose wisely. And another reason, my fair cousin, is that you have the honour of knowing her nephew, Mr. Darcy. The mere fact of your acquaintance with him would do much to recommend you to her favour. And charming and genteel as Mr. Darcy is, his manners are as nothing to those of his noble aunt. These, dear Miss Elizabeth, are my motives. Nothing remains but to assure you of the violence of my affection.
But Mr.
I know that the £1,000 and 4% is all you will have as dowry, and even that you will not receive until your mother's death, which will lamentably not occur for several, maybe many years. But you can rest assured that on that score, no ungenerous word of reproach shall ever pass my lips after we are married.
Are you not a little hasty, sir? You seem to forget that I have made no answer. Mrs. Darcy, not her.
Miss Elizabeth.
I appreciate the honour you have done me, but candor compels me to decline it.
Indeed, I understand, dear Miss Elizabeth. Yes, it is quite a charming and delicate custom for young ladies to say no when they actually mean yes. So I am therefore not at all discouraged, and should hope to lead you to the altar before very long.
Indeed, sir, you are difficult to discourage. I assure you, I am not one of those idiotic young ladies you describe. If indeed they exist outside of novels. Difficult as it obviously seems to you to believe, I will not marry you.
Come, Miss Elizabeth.
You could not make me happy, and I certainly could not make you so.
Such charming modesty.
What is more, my dear Mr. Collins, I have no ambition to try.
Miss Elizabeth, may I say Lizzie?
And if a friend, the lady happened to her really me, she would utterly disapprove of me for the exalted position you offer.
Oh, if I thought the lady Catherine would disapprove. But no, impossible. You can be sure that when I have the honour of seeing her ladyship again,
You had better ask her to choose you. Only select a young woman with a humbler and more contrite heart.
no, dear cousin, my mind is made up, and I am too well aware that it is by no means certain that any other gentleman will ever make you an offer. So I understand that your rejection of my suit is according to the usual practice of elegant females.
I see. Well, if you can, try stop thinking of me as an elegant female. Just picture me as a rational creature with the most inelegant habit of speaking the truth.
You're quite adorable. enchanting. She loves me. But how could she not? I've won.
Well, my dear beautiful mamma, I like to wish you joy.
Thank you, Mom. Yes, I trust I have every reason to be satisfied. Of course, I know that my cousin's refusal naturally springs from her bashful modesty.
Refusal? What part of that does not mean acceptance?
You think she means it?
Never mind, my dear boy. I will convince her. Headstrong, foolish girl. She never knows her own color and dress, but I will teach her.
Headstrong. Foolish. But dear me, those qualities will not make a very desirable wife. And she actually persists in rejecting my suit. I pray you, madame. I pray you. Do not force her. I fear that she has those defects. She will hardly succeed in making me happy.
Oh no, oh dear no. The dear child is really willful in these matters, and so shy. You can't imagine. All her life she has run away from admiration. She has a friend, what does that? I assure you, I will call him Papa. He always brings her to reason. Just wait a minute.
Headstrong. Dear. Foolish. Dear. Helen, come here.
Yes, sir.
I've just remembered a call I promised to make in Sir William Lucas. Will you be good enough to saddle one of your master's horses for me?
Certainly, sir. The groom is just about to arrange him for his morning exercise. He is ready sound. You according to the catch 40 miles. This way, sir. Mr. Bennett! You are needed! Oh, Mr. Bennett, you are always so slow. We are all on the board. Come quickly.
Yes, dear wife. How may I be of assistance?
You must use authority. Oh, Mr. Collins. Why, it's gone! Oh, my dear, you must do something! Lizzie refuses to marry Mr. Collins. You must force her to change her mind. You must make haste, Mr. Bennett, or he will change hands and not from her.
I have not the pleasure of understanding you. May I ask, what are you talking about?
Mr. Collins, Lizzie declares she will not have lunch, and he begins to say he will not have her.
Then it seems entirely simple on both sides. What am I supposed to do?
Tell her you must look for a body then.
Where is this misguided girl?
Elizabeth! Yes, sir. Ah, there you are.
Come here, child. I understand that Mr. Collins has made you an offer of marriage.
Yes, Papa.
And that you have refused him.
I have, sir. Lydia, what has happened? Mr. Collins has made Lizzie an offer. And what do you think? She has refused him. Refused him?
Oh, very well, very well. Let us get disappointed. Your mother insisted you accepted him. Is that not so, Mrs. Bennett?
Or else I shall never speak to her again.
Oh, be quiet, woman. It seems, Lizzie, that an unhappy alternative awaits you. From this day forth, you will be a stranger to one of the parents. If you do not marry Mr. Collins, your mother will never speak to you again. And I never speak to you again if you do. No, I am not staying. Believe me, I am not staying. I've come to have a word with you, Bennett. Really? I must say, I'm not at all happy with the way I've been treated in this house. I came here in good faith with a proposal for your daughter and was treated in the most undesirable fashion.
Mr. Collins, would you like a cup of tea?
Tea? Tea, Mrs. Bennett? No, I would not like a cup of tea. How can I drink tea when my heart is broken? I've always been known in this area for my respectability and steady character. Then all will be lost when people learn that I have been refused. I will never
had Mr. McTaggart in mind when she wrote that. He made a passable attempt at an English accent as well. Our evening, ladies and gentlemen, is sadly drawing to its close. So if I could ask the choir to assemble in their places, and it only remains for me to call upon the principal of the school, Mr. Andrew.
Thank you. I'd just like to say a few words of thanks to everyone involved in tonight's show. A special word of thanks to the staff. Some of them had major roles: Father Driver, Miss Keys, Miss Corliss, but there were several other teachers in the background: Mr. O'Connor, Mr. Logue, Miss McDade, who was in charge of the programmes. Then there was all the teachers involved in producing the plays: Maureen O'Donnell, Nita Campbell, Sharon McCabe and Brenda Martin. And to all members of staff, because all those who performed and all the disruption that has been caused this last week or so. So I'd like to thank all the staff for making tonight a great success. Thank you. I'd also like to thank all the pupils who yet again have been involved in every aspect of the night. You can see some of them, as I say, those on the stage, but there are several other students involved in the orchestra down here in front of me. There's students involved in the sound, in the lighting, students involved obviously in the choir here, and students involved selling tickets and front of house and back of stage and so on. So I'd like to thank all the students for all their help this last week as well. I'd like to thank the Parents Association who took charge of tickets and door. Again, their help is greatly appreciated. So thanks to the parents and the Parents Association. Tonight, basically, we had the idea earlier on of putting on the 3 plays when we had great success in Ballymafay. But the rest of the show, I think, has been largely down to Miss Corliss and Mrs. McGinley, who spent her time coercing teachers to go on the stage. So she spent a good bit of the time getting all the teachers involved in it, and the amount of energy and commitment she's put into the night has been massive. So I'd like to thank Mrs. McGinley. Again, I'd like to thank you all for your support. As was said at the start, extracurricular activities in the year 1997 cost us £7,500. That's for all the sport, all the drama and any other extracurricular activity. Now for that money we have to fundraise. So again we depend on the parents both coming for shows like tonight, the fashion show, and supporting our Silver Circle Run. So again, without your support we wouldn't be able to provide all this extracurricular activity. So thank you very much. One extra special person that's not on my note here, and Mr. Gabriel McCall. But as I was totally unprepared, I think the best thing is maybe if you could call to the office at 9 o'clock in the morning. In fact, in second thoughts, maybe 9:15. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you everybody who has been involved in tonight's performance. On your behalf, I would like to thank them and congratulate them on everything they did tonight. Well done, it was an excellent show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the perfect end to a perfect night, I give you perfect day.
finally, before we go home, we just do the raffle. Miss Keys. What are you doing after the show this evening, Miss Keys? Would you like to come round and say the road to the The first prize, a white ticket, number 486, serial number AC7UNQ4A. A white ticket, serial number AC7UNQ4A. If we have the lights, please, go to the tickets. Some lights, please. Anybody working? It's a white ticket, beginning number 486. Second prize, a green ticket, beginning 531, serial number EGF 876961. A green ticket, 531, beginning 531. Get these as you leave the auditorium. I'm in charge, okay. The third prize is a green ticket, number 16. Number 16, serial number EAJ 9876676. All these numbers will be published in the school next week. Good ball. Next prize, green ticket again, number 36, serial number EAJ 9876676. Green ticket number 36. How long does this go on, Mrs. McKinney? Just keep it going. Thank you. A white ticket, 401. White ticket, 401. Red. Final number 106, a green ticket once again, 106, serial number AEJ 9876676. Green ticket 106. Do we have a ticket? Good night. Once again, the first two prizes were a white ticket, 486. 486. A white ticket, wonderful. Miss Peoples. Remind you of the second prize, which was a green ticket, 531. It must be somewhere out there. 531. 531. Green ticket. Have a look. We'll make another draw for that. Okay, Mr. McKinley, 6. Green ticket, number Number 336. 336. Green ticket 336. Green ticket 336. Well done. Well done. Well done. 876961. Mrs. McGinn, you can't see without her glasses. Three, 336, serial number 876961. 876961, serial number. Green ticket 336. One more. White ticket 261. 261. Serial number AC7U NQ4A. 261.